SBC Media.
Welcome to the iGaming Daily Podcast, analysing the news from the betting and gaming industry all over the globe, supported by Optimove, the #1 CRM marketing solution for the iGaming market.
Hello and welcome to iGaming Daily, sponsored by Optimove. We're live here at ICE 2024, but before we get started, this is the message from our sponsor Optimove, the #1 CRM marketing solution for the iGaming market. 56% of the EGR Power 50 personalized player experiences with Optimove. Visit Optimove at ICE, make sure you listen to our episode and get an Amazon gift card. And as another special offer, Optimove are offering new clients a free first month when they buy Optimove. For more information and claim the free month, go to optimove.com/SBC. Links will also be left in the podcast episode description. And today I'm joined by Isadora Marcante, business journalist from SBC Noticias Brazil, and Lucía Gando, SBC Noticias editor, and we're going to be talking all things LatAm here. So how's it been this week? Like, what can you share with me from these past 3 days?
Hello, everyone. It's been a busy week. We had a lot of meetings with LatAm people here in ICE, which was great. They are always happy about London Baby, so that was good. And also to promote our Rio event, which is going to happen in 3 weeks now. So we are very excited about that, to leave this cold weather and go to the beach. But happy to be here.
Isa?
Hi, Luz. How are you? I'm really happy to be here as well.
The Luz are back.
Yeah, thank God. I'm just really happy to be here. I mean, I love London. I just don't love the weather here, at least at this time of the year. It's just really cold, but apart from that, the event has been great. It's really nice to meet a lot of people interested in Brazil. Like, we saw this happening in Barcelona, in Miami, here, and probably in Rio. People are going to be crazy about the event. It's really nice to see how big the Brazilian market is becoming, and how many operators, especially international operators, are very interested in joining the market. So it's just really happy.
So this morning we had the Women in Gaming breakfast, and it was really exciting because, like, we've been to other Women in Gaming breakfasts before, and it's super productive. So have you guys had any conversations there?
Yeah, of course. It's always great to know we have special meetings with women in the industry. Always interesting to find out what these great women are doing to better represent women in this industry that we all know traditional has been very focused on men. So it's always great. It makes you to form relationships with great people, and it's easier for us, especially as journalists, to get to know which important people we can find in this event. So yes, it's been great. We are always grateful that we have these opportunities to meet up.
You know, one thing that I would add is that we are at a very special moment right now in the industry, because with Brazil just soon to be launched, there's opportunity to just, when you start building teams focusing on women, like you said, Lou, this is a very heavily male-dominated industry. And if you want an industry to just be for everyone, you definitely need to have diversity in your teams. And I think one of the things that Brazil should focus on when building those teams is women. And I cannot share many details, but I think there is some exciting news coming in the future around Brazil and the industry and women. Hopefully in the future we will be able to share more. But Brazil, this is your turn to make things right.
I just noticed, I don't know if you noticed that as well, but every event that we go to, we just see more and more women. Mm-hmm. So this is really great. Like, before you used to see just a few, and now then you start to see a bit more, and then now here in London you just see women everywhere. So it's just really nice. And women with very important roles in their companies.
Yeah, so, not only in their underwears.
Yeah, so it's just really nice. It's really good.
Yeah. And speaking about Rio, you said that it's 3 weeks away. And I have to remind everyone, because like it's our event, that if you want to go, like operators and affiliates, you can reach out to us and we will sort that out for you. And providers, you can still get tickets online. But yeah, just do you guys know anything about the conferences in a Rio event?
Oh, we're gonna have so many good conferences.
Yeah,
we're gonna have like a regulator panel, which we are gonna talk about all the regulation process that is still in process. Actually, it's not fully regulated the market yet. We took the first step, which was like signing the law and publishing it, but it's not regulated. Mansur actually was here this week at ICE. Mansur, which is the special advisor to the Minister of Finance department in Brazil, and he said that the first licenses will be start in March. Like they will start giving away licenses in March.
Around our Rio event.
Right, exactly.
Perfect.
Like the timing is just perfect.
Yeah.
So we are about to see, I think, very good things coming. We still need the law ordinances coming out, and the Rio event is going to cover everything. SB Summit Rio is going to cover everything from regulation and regulators to affiliates, marketing, and so many good conferences talking about everything: marketing, promotion, digital influencers, promoting gambling, athletes, everything, sponsorships. It's going to be great.
I have a question for you, actually, Isa, because we were talking yesterday and you said that it's actually not fully regulated.
Yeah.
Can you explain why?
Yes. Well, the market is not fully regulated yet because there's a lot of things to be put in place before calling it regulated. So we have the law 14790, which was signed by Lula at the end of December last year, but that was just the first step. Okay, now we have sports betting and online games are regulated. Okay, period. But we need law ordinances to be able to know how the operators, affiliates, and everyone involved in the industry will be able to act in Brazil, how they're gonna work here, what are the rules, what they have to do, what they have to obey, what taxes they have to pay. Okay, we know the taxes: 15% for 12% for operators, 15% for players, but we still need the operators to obtain the licenses. And which ones are obtaining the licenses? How is going to be the process to obtain the license? So it's not regulated yet. We just have. We just took the first step. That's all, and we still have a lot of things we still need to do a lot of things before fully regulating the market.
Yeah, but the excitement around Brazil is amazing. Like, I've never seen something like that in LatAm, and I would say the industry overall. But as we said at the beginning, this is all LatAm, not just Brazil. So I'm sorry, Brazil, but we're going to move on for now. And just going back to the neighboring country, Argentina. So they recently had the elections. And we know that in Argentina, the regulators are also mainly lotteries in most of the country. So, Luke, can you explain in like a basic way how it works when a new president gets elected in Argentina, what that means for the regulators in the provinces?
Yes, of course. In my basic English.
No, it's not basic, it's very good.
We don't have a national regulation on gaming in Argentina, so each province is regulated under their own terms. So every time the national government change, usually the little local governments also change the regulators when it comes to gaming and those kind of industry and activities. So yes, we know that the biggest the most populated region in Argentina, which is Buenos Aires province and the city, have changed their regulators, their head of regulators. So that means that we have started a new procedure of taking care of things. We are expecting to have more licensed operators. We are also trying to debate what is going to happen on the marketing side, because we know that a lot of influencers and celebrities and the stuff are getting in the industry, in the gaming industry, to promote these activities. So people are now worried what that would mean when it comes to the general public that also addresses young people. So yes, this is going to be one big debate, I think, in the whole Latin America, because
I was going to say Brazil is the same.
Yeah, so this is going to be the next topic. As a society and as an industry, we're going to debate.
I heard that, particularly in Argentina, that the new government seems to be pro-industry. So at least that's a good thing. And I'm guessing now, going back to Brazil, that because it is a really big topic, like influencer marketing, that once Brazil starts really talking about it, that will replicate in another Latin American countries. And we've also seen another country in South America, Colombia, just change the regulation. So I mean, this is kind of a personal opinion now, but I think that in some level, every single country at some point is gonna start thinking about having clear rules around marketing and especially advertising. Because we know that in some countries like the UK, which is the country that Brazil based its regulation, they do discuss these things. And in LatAm, it's just more up in the air. But at the same time, I believe that that's a good thing. That means that the operators are like working together to have something positive around the industry. So do you guys agree that this could have like a positive effect on the industry, or would just have an effect and then just...
I'm against banning influencers from promoting gambling, for instance. But I'm really pro briefing well the influencers, regulating the not only the market but the promotion and how you promote gambling, because actually Brazil did that. Like as soon as the law was published, the law that regulates the market, CONAR, which is our self-regulated body in Brazil for advertising, just published a document called Anexo X. So if you guys want to Google it, you just type Anexo X in Google to try to find it out. And there you have all the rules that you need in order to promote gambling. So the messages you have to add on your videos to promote gambling, the words that you cannot use, how can you say things to promote gambling and not to address to young people. Or messages of like, you cannot tell your audience that, listen, this is an extra income, or hey, you can make money out of gambling. So CONAR published this set of rules, which was really good to start with. So I think it has to be regulated. You cannot ban it, but you have to regulate it, definitely, to avoid miscommunication and bad propaganda.
I think nowadays it's also easy to find the audience of each influencer. So if you know that an influencer is more related to kids or young people, maybe those should be, I don't know if banned, but regulated to not promote activities which young people can't participate in. But if the audience of that person is older, maybe why banning that person to promote anything that is legal and regulated in the country.
Brazil, a global economic powerhouse, deeply passionate about sports, and now home to one of the hottest markets in gaming. And we're giving it the full SBC treatment. Join industry leaders, market experts, and all the major players in the country for 3 days of content, exhibition, and epic networking at the first ever SBC Summit Rio.
You know what? It's funny in Brazil. Like, funny, no, it's nice, but it's funny at the same time. People who... You can only promote gambling if you are over 25 years old. That's the law that they published. Okay. Like CONAR said it. So if you are 25 years old and look like 25 years old, you can You want to
He
promote
look
it.
like 25.
Like, we three wouldn't be able to do it because although we're not 25, we're much older than that. We
Yeah.
don't look.
Well, I mean, not
we don't-
much older.
No, a
Okay.
bit. But we
Calm
don't
down.
look that we're over 25 sometimes. Like depending.
Tell that to
like-
my nieces.
So like maybe like Lugando wouldn't be able to promote it
Yeah.
because she doesn't look 25.
That's crazy.
And she's older. Yes.
yeah.
So I'm sorry to tell that you're older than 25.
No, it's okay.
But I'm also older. So it's just like, I think it's interesting because you have so many people that are much older than 25 but don't look 25. And then you have sometimes an audience that is much younger than that. Sometimes even younger than 20, 19, 18 years old. That is the legal minimum age in Brazil. So it's interesting. It's interesting to have this law too. So you target only adults, not kids or teenagers.
Yeah, especially nowadays that nobody wants to look over 30.
older.
So
You're basically admitting that you're older than 25.
Yeah.
If people are aware of these rules, then they will know.
Well, I'm much older than 25.
Yeah, all the three of us. So this week, personally, I've heard a lot of things about Brazil. I've been really focused on in Rio, but besides that, like there's been panels about Brazil, and we've heard from Andre, for example, from Betson. And have you guys been to any of these panels, and can you just share any details?
Yes. So the Brazilian panel with Andre Gelfi from IBJR and Hugo Baumgartner from Aposta Ganha and Rafael Marcondes from Rei do Pitaco was really great. It was quite full, actually. There was a lot of people there wanting to know, and a lot of actually foreigner people, like not Brazilian people, but people from international companies who wanted to understand how to enter the market. So they were just discussing like the basic things that are still like, it's basic because it's still very confusing for everyone. Like you have the law, but you don't have everything else that you need in order to operate in Brazil. So it's quite of a gray area still for us because, online games are licensed, are regulated and legal, but some people from the government are saying that, okay, but slots are not going to be able to be explored in Brazil. But slots are an online game that is included in the law. So I think there's a lot of confusion around this topic. So people were there and trying to understand, and them three they were just so good on explaining everything and trying to make people understand what's happening.
I have to add, if you guys, listeners out there, are confused about this, the three of them will be in Rio speaking about these things, and you will be able to talk to them personally if you go to our event, SBC Summit Rio, from the 5th to the 7th of March this year again. Like I said, you guys can still get the tickets.
We'll have a whole panel on that.
Yeah,
the
it's
regulated
not
panel.
just the three of them.
Yeah.
There will be more people from the local industry as well who will be able to share experiences. If you're even interested in entering the market, the regulators will be there, and all the key people who will be able to help you just navigate this new and exciting market. But for today, that will be all from us, and we are looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you for listening to today's iGaming Daily podcast, supported by Optimove, the #1 CRM marketing solution for the iGaming market. If you want to find out more about some of the subjects raised today, feel free to explore any of the sites in the SBC News Network or check out the latest edition of the SBC Leaders magazine. Happy reading.